been a while. I haven't uploaded a video. The most painful car sounds outside. I haven't posted a video since I was 14, so I'm nervous as fuck. If you're someone who I told about this video, probably think I'm making a clothes video. I was just talking and got cut off because I had no storage, so I just had to delete some things. But I think I was saying how I told people I was going to be making a clothes video, but that video ended up being way too short. Like, not even just like a good starter YouTube video, like 5 minutes, like less than 2 minutes. So instead, I'm gonna show you all my cool books that I have. And like, it's not like a book review as in like how good the writing or the story is, because I can't really read. I've always been really bad at reading. I've probably read 3 books. But that's not like 5 books of my collection. It's more about the aesthetics. So first I'm gonna show you these books. Some over there too. Ignore the mess. I don't clean my room. I actually might, because I kind of want to do a room tour, because I feel like I've got a cool room when it isn't full of trash and clothes that need to be washed and stuff like that. But whenever my room's clean, I'll totally show you. Okay, I just had to switch to my PC because my phone is like chronically out of storage. I'm looking at myself. I had to just take a picture and send it to myself of the other shelf. I showed you that one. Not that you know, but you do know because I showed you. You know what I mean? I have a shelf over there and a shelf over my bed. Okay, well the first one I got was Heavier Than Heaven. Lovely boy Kurt. I love Kurt so much. And I actually read this one. I haven't read the other 3. Just to review the ones I have read. This one is gut-wrenching. I don't usually cry over books or movies. I barely even cry over music, even though I love music. I nearly cried at the end of this. I really like at the end when the author goes on about like empathy. Oh, you know what I mean? It's just I love him. So, similar subject, Dave Grohl, the storyteller. I haven't read it, but I got it because I think I heard the audio. I think there's an audiobook version, and I heard part of it on TikTok. Born This Way, which is about a model, which Angelina Jolie was in a movie as. But I haven't seen that either because I'm not good at watching movies, but I know of it. And then really tie in the sadness. Emo. God Sends, My Chemical Romance. Those are my biographical books. Now I'm gonna move on, like, instantly to a more controversial topic. Um, I actually read this one. I was a Satanist for 2 years. I was also a vegetarian for 2 years. They overlapped. This isn't a video about Satanism, okay? I didn't stop being a Satanist because I think Satanism is a bad thing now. I will never think that Satanism is a bad thing inherently. I think all religions can be used in the wrong way, and they all have been. Just to throw myself in the deep end, on my first video, I've read this and I don't know how to review it because I think when you read anything written by Anton LaVey or you watch his interviews, not anymore. He had a throat thing, a blister thing, RIP. But like, he was a crazy dude. And that's the only reason that he got to the point that he did. So as controversial as it is, if I had to like review this book, I'd say it's good. I think a lot of people take it as like a joke. People think that it's meant to mock the Christian Bible, which it's not. It's its own book in theory and practice. And I didn't really read this one just because I mean, like, I flipped through it, but the thing is, I made the mistake of reading it too late. So I already knew everything that's in this book by the time I got round to it, which is just how slow I am at reading. You know what? It is stunning. So beautiful. It's more educational than the Satanic Bible is. Snake drawing warning, but wait. How do I... It's mirrored, sorry. Isn't that cool? This is a very good educational Satanic book, and it's good looking. There's a Satanic book I haven't read, Speak of the Devil. Take a look. I think it's just writing. Yeah, there's no pictures. Yeah, that's Baphomet. If you don't know who Baphomet is, Google it. These aren't really satanic, but I kind of section up my books, and these I just put in the same section. They're not satanic books. We've got Dante's Inferno. This one is from Amazon, and I didn't expect it to be so fucking giant. I haven't read it. I've read like the first 3 pages. But like the artwork is cool. Even though I haven't actually read it, I know the story. Can I show that those are naked people? And then because at least this is like, I think it's like Catholic fan fiction, to put it simply. But this is just the Daredevil comic. The only comic I own. I went through like a 2-day comic phase, and I bought this, and then I never even really looked at it. That's my satanic book collection. My pumpkin mug. So cool. It totally looks like a pumpkin. Got apple juice in it. I had a headache like you're down here. I'm so sorry. I've had a headache, like a really teeny tiny headache all day. And I don't know why. Anyways, now we have my only two. Is that true? Debatable. I have a vampirology book that I'm not going to show you because I can't be asked. But on genuine mythology, I mean, are vampires genuine mythology? I mean, they must be. Vampires are actually mythology, are they not? Like werewolves, I'm pretty sure are too. I don't really know. I've got the Greek myths, which I have not read. You can assume that for most of these books, I haven't read it. Got this from a charity shop, more into like, when I was younger, I was more into like Egyptian mythology. And as I got older, I got into more Greek mythology. So I just found a Egyptian mythology book on Amazon. Okay, so these are just like random books now. We've got Dan Brown, Angels and Demons. My mum gave me this. I tried reading it on multiple different occasions, and I've just never finished it. Leviathan, which I got because I read half of Moby Dick, and I didn't stop reading it for any real reason. It's actually probably my favorite book that I've gotten any point through. It's my favorite book, I just can't finish it because I'm bad at reading. But because I like that one, I saw this in a charity shop, and I was like, I'll get it, even though I knew I wasn't gonna read it. And then there were none. And then there were none. The reason I got this one was purely because when I was in year 5, I had a teacher that he read us this book, and obviously it's been a long time since I was in year 5, but I just remember going to my mum and like, I remember my teacher reading us this book where like a piano falls on a woman's head and stuff like that, just different murders on this like island. And she was like, this is weird, why would he read you that? And she found this, and then she was like, are you sure he read you this? I was like, yeah. We have, I'm not gonna say his name, Dostoevsky, the idiot. Crime and could have got Crime and Punishment. I've tried reading it like online and just couldn't get into it because when can I ever? I watched a video that summarized like most of his work. This one stuck out to me the most. He was such a brilliant guy. He would have loved Tumblr. When I said I was done with the biographical books, I was lying because I have one more. A Woman of Passion. Julia Briggs. Who I didn't know who that was. I didn't read the back of this or inside or anything. I found it in a charity shop and I liked the title, so I picked it up. I'm pretty sure she wrote kids' books. And then I think this is like my most brilliant book that I own, in my opinion, like looks wise. And I think it was one of the first charity shop books that I bought. Look at that. But I'm pretty sure this book is just like telling of someone going to the Alps. It says scrambles amongst the Alps in the years 1860 to 1869. Falling apart because it's so old. In the year 1860, shortly before leaving England for a long continental tour, a certain eminent London publisher requested me to make for him some sketches of the great Alpine peak. Oh, beautiful. Got like a 2-part here. The Godfather, which I've read. And to summarize, I skipped the chapters about Johnny Fontaine, or the ones where they really focused on him, because I fucking hate him. I mean, it's a good book. It's a great. I think the first movie's great, and the second one's okay, and the third one I just wish didn't exist. But then my mum, I think, found this, the Godfather Papers. You know those like community bookshelves? They have it in like Tesco for us. It says Somerset County Library. So someone took this from a library and just never returned it. But I think the whole gist of this book, like the behind the scenes. So now we're on to the second shelf. We have the works of Jane Austen. Chunky fucking book, brother. Jane Austen, the GOAT. Oh, there's a note at the start of it. Oh, that's a really sweet thing, is sometimes in books you buy in charity shops you'll see random notes from people to their family on saying happy birthday to their mom, which is just so cute. Fourth impression 1968. This little guy. Dude, this one is A Tale of Two Cities by Charles Dickens. I don't have to study his hand, but it's like leaves. Italy. The preface is from 1859. The Three Musketeers, which just has a simple little, I guess they're leaves as well. Yeah, they are. Which is from a hotel. It's from Sussex. George Hotel Rye, Sussex. There you go. Someone nicked this one. Nice and simple. When I bought this one, the woman at the till told me I was gonna cry. Joke's on her, I can't read. She was born in 1820. In 1871 came an entry in her diary. I am writing the life of a horse and getting dolls and boxes ready for Christmas. And then in 1876, I am getting on with my little book, Black Beauty. She died in 1978, less than a year after her book appeared. Well, we love it, Anna. Anna, I saw the movie version when I was a kid, and that was great, so I'm sure the book is lovely. Love you, Anna, we all say in unison. You better be commenting it. The complete sonnets and poems of Shakespeare. Like, everyone learned Shakespeare in school, but I personally don't remember it being explained to me why he was so cool. It's like bisexual, apparently. Julius Caesar was. Julius Caesar was described as every woman's man and every man's woman. There's a fact for you. Like, Shakespeare, like, invented words. Remember, I think it was Shane Dawson who introduced me to this theory when I was like 10 or something. Shakespeare wasn't actually like Shakespeare, that Shakespeare was just some random like low-key kind of theatre actor, was actually Francis Bacon. Sir Francis Bacon, who wrote the plays because he wanted everyone to speak English instead of dividing language by class or whatever. But then, as David Tennant put it, it's like, why does it matter who actually wrote the plays? Because the plays got wrote, you know what I mean? We have Edgar Allan Poe. Not much to be said about him. Then we've got Neil Gaiman. Fragile Things. I don't even remember what this is. And we have the classic The Picture of Dorian Gray. Which again, I don't know what the fuck this is. Patricia Cornwall, Cruel and Unusual, the Agatha Christie of the DNA age. Cool as fuck. Isn't there a show where they mention this? Or a movie? I don't know. My favourite of my collection. I love this book so much. I wish I could finish it. I'm just so bad at reading. I still have it marked. It's a bookmark is what I mean. Marked. Bookmarked. I don't know if I still do, I had a note in my notes app where I'd write down my favorite quotes because I've got a notes in my note app where I keep quotes that I like from anything, but I'm pretty sure I made one specifically just for this book and I don't think I kept it, which is so upsetting. And I'll probably never make it further than that. I don't need to because I've already like appreciated it so much, like overwhelmingly. I love it, dude. It's one of the best. Now we are on my last 4 books. This was another one I found on the like Tesco community shelf thing, which is also where I got the Cruel and Unusual one. There we go. John Milton, John Milton, The Complete Poems, which I had a look through this one, and they're pretty good. And these are like really old too, I think. Right? I mean, maybe not. Oh, actually, no, they're not. They're not that old. Wait, are they? Wait, what did that say? Oh yeah, first published in 1646. Old motherfucker. This is like a really little. It's the first papers of surrealism. Surrealism is like my favorite kind of art, so I wanted something about it. And the thing is that half of this book if not more than half of it is in French. So I sat there with my phone on Google Translate with like the camera part open, scanning over all of the text to read it. Then there's also pages that are like letters of people writing to each other. We have Stardust, which is another Neil Gaiman. My mom gave me this one. She also let me read her Good Omens book. There was Terry Pratchett's Discworld, but when I read that, I couldn't really understand it because Terry Pratchett wrote weird. So when I was in school, I read a Terry Pratchett book that I can't remember what it was. This boy in the ocean, and there's orca whales or dolphins, and there's something to do with stars or something. I don't really know. The final book, guys, is a chunky one. I don't know why I bought it. It's only £2, so it's not like a big deal. Mary Queen of Scots. I don't know why I have this. I don't know who she is. And there's pictures. So, anyways, that's all of them. Yeah, subscribe. I don't know. I would like it if you subscribed. I don't know. Bye.